Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I have for you is a special video. It's sort of a melting basket. It's also just kind of a fun celebration of holiday and Christmas wax. So anything and everything here that's not Scentsy is represented, and I've had lots of fun pulling all of my favorites. And at first I wanted to title this the 12 Days of Christmas as the melting basket. But that was too hard to do, so I've changed it to the 12 themes of Christmas, and I'm going to go through 12 different categories that I think are super Christmas and holiday, and then as we go through all of my wax, you guys can just kind of check the boxes as to what you think fits what. So Christmas tree is absolutely represented here. Christmas spices, that's another very themey thing for Christmas. Christmas baking. Cider and apples. I think that specifically when you're thinking of holiday wassail, when you're thinking of hot apple cider, you're thinking of going caroling, all that stuff that goes together. Bayberry, which is a very colonial idea, but it's a specific and very nostalgic holiday scent that I do have a couple of things to represent, and I wanted to talk about it. Peppermint, of course, is in all sorts of holiday things. Then citrus when it comes to like the simmer pot and that holiday potpourri concept. Then we have what I'm calling marshmallows and snowflakes. So anything that's like icy and sparkly and vanilla and sweet. Then sugar plums or old world vintage scents. Cranberries, of course, so that's theme number 10. 11 would be going out for Christmas coffee shop dates or any sort of an outside of the home, like go to a patisserie and meet a friend or whatever, exchange cute little gifts. Especially us as ladies, we tend to do that a lot. And then of course, the 12th one would be Christmas Eve itself and whatever super nostalgic sense I have here that would fit that. So as I said, you guys can just kind of think about those as we go along, and I'm just gonna go vendor by vendor and category by category and talk about stuff. So first off, I'm going to do Yankee because this is the place that my love of scents started. And the best scent in the whole world for our family that is Yankee, that they still produce, because I will say I really miss home for the holidays, is of course Balsam and Cedar. This is Greg's absolute favorite of all time. It's balsam, it's cedar. It certainly fits the Christmas tree theme. It fits the nostalgic theme. And it is one that we are never without. I have to make sure there's a clam of that. And then other things by Yankee that I love. Sparkling cinnamon is its own kind of spice scent. I have other things by Scentsy that are fantastic. And I will say I don't have any vendor wax that is as hardcore spicy as either Scentsy or Yankee can produce, at least at this time. So this sparkling cinnamon, I don't know what other notes are in here, but it's just the tiniest bit more complex and fancier than any other cinnamon that I melt. So I'm excited to whack that up and stick it in a couple of warmers. Another one that I have here is going to be Red Apple Wreath from Yankee. I don't have any 'Tis the Season by Bath and Body Works, but this is similar to that. And so this makes me feel like a kid in the 90s. So in a sense, this is nostalgic. This is the sort of scent that I'll probably save for the last 2 weeks before Christmas. The apples and the cider, so it definitely hits the apple and cider theme. It is such a connection for me to my middle school and high school years. Great scent and just so homey. Another one that Yankee does, which this represents a whole category. So they have Holiday Bayberry, they have Williamsburg Bayberry, and they've had others over time. Yankee just does these the best because no other large company or even small vendor wax that I know of really produces bayberry themed things. I've talked with Beth from Lavender and Speckles, and they do have sort of a tester here that I'm going to try out, and next year she might do some more with it. But bayberry is a colonial scent. It is absolutely like American Revolution Christmas. And of course, any years after that, people on the East Coast tend to know more about that than other places. And for some people, that is a very specifically nostalgic, beautiful smell. And then last but not least from Yankee, I have Christmas Eve. And of course, the no-brainer, we can do this on Christmas Eve, or this goes with the old world sugar plums very well, because it has all those fruits and it's sort of a mysterious, slightly childhood nostalgia and imagination and magic scent. And I usually do save this for right around Christmas itself. This is a really good one. So now let's move on to just discussion about my Bath and Body Works, which is another thing that started all of my love of scents. So this is a nice version of winter that I hold on to. because it's pretty, but I have a couple of really ghastly looking candles that I whack up and melt close to Christmas. I don't have anybody's wax that smells like winter. I know that there is a vendor out there, people keep leaving me messages about a particular woman who does do this as a wax melt, but I have yet to run across it on my own. So this one, I don't know if this one has the scent notes, white woods, pine needles, sparkling clementine, spice clove, and essential oils. So that woodsy, outdoorsy, frosty thing, but winter has its own nostalgia. And this is something I burned so much of as a teenager and then into my 20s, that one scent has my heart in a very special way. Another one that I don't have represented is Holiday Sage by Yankee. Incredible. My mother still burns the jar candles. They are amazing. And then I love 'Tis the Season. I love Evergreen from Bath and Body Works. I love Chestnut and Clove, which I've got some of downstairs. All of those really make me think of nostalgia for me growing up. So then we're going to move on to Lavender and Speckles. So these are not in any particular order because when I was making my bins, I wasn't realizing I was going to do this way with the video. Smoked gingerbread definitely hits the bakery factor, and this one I cannot wait to melt. So this one's going to have gingerbread, palo, and firewood. And I'm melting another one called Bless Your Gingerbread, which is much more of like a creamy, it's got some Brazilian something or other mixed with the buttercream and the gingerbread. Both of them just so cozy and wonderful bakery. Now here's one that's outdoorsy, the walk in the woods, the frostiness, and all of the tree. That's going to be Christ Kindle Market. And that's Blitzen's Breath, which is crisp evergreens, slight citrus, creamy peppermint. So we got some peppermint here too, and green moss plus vanilla buttercream. And this is just going to be so good. I'll melt this in the next few days, but that one just feels super Christmassy, outdoor market, outdoor shopping. The next one is going to be that heavy bakery and also those family gatherings kind of a smell, and that's going to be the Bourbon Eggnog French Toast. This is eggnog, French toast, brown sugar, butter pecan, and bourbon sauce. So I guess along with the going out for a coffee shop date, I also should have put in, to go with that theme, those special family gatherings and times together. And this I love on Christmas to make waffles. Sometimes I'll do French toast, and it just reminds me of that brunch, late breakfast where you've got all the sausage. Everybody's had their, or at least in our family, we're really heavy on the sausage and the eggs and the cinnamon rolls and the French toast and the, not really pancakes for Christmas, but waffles, yes. Everybody will have had their stockings and it'll be just kind of a lazy, wonderful morning, other than the fact that I'm making waffles from scratch because that's just who I am. So this one jogs that particular memory. Next, we've got the bayberry sample that Beth made me that I'm saving for closer to Christmas. So this and the Williamsburg bayberry are the only ones in here that go with that. So this is just something that she made for me, and it's got that beautiful smoky sweet bayberry oil, and I don't know what else she's got in here, but I will do that on the same day as the Williamsburg bayberry. Then more of the Christmas brunch type thing, the banana nutmeg French toast, which is banana, maple sauce, nutmeg, spice, and French toast. So this one isn't quite as Christmassy as the other, but they were in the same order and they're just so decadent. This could also be like after New Year's kind of French toast. Christmas Figgy Palo. So this is one of those old-fashioned scents with the black plums, the juicy fig, fresh balsam, spice, cinnamon, vanilla, and Palo Santo. And I should have got two of this. Oh, this is so good. This has got the palo and the figs, and it's one of those, like, I want to go wrap presents and listen to music. Very nice. And here's one that will go with the Christmas mornings, undoing the stockings and having brunch thing, family tradition. This is, and it also goes with Christmas baking. Apple pie, buttery brown sugar, oatmeal cookies with icing, bourbon, and butterscotch. So everything minus the bourbon, but all the rest of that, oh, would be represented. So good. I cannot wait to melt that one either. Next one here is peppermint, barbershop, and warm vanilla sugar. So this is more like that outdoorsy kind of thing. And there is a certain thing to be said for a scent that brings you down a little bit emotionally during the holidays. I've thrown a couple things in here where it's kind of like, this is your time out to just breathe and rest and relax in between all the Christmas chaos. So this would do that for me in my bedroom, and it's still very cozy. So this is just peppermint, barbershop, and vanilla sugar. There aren't even any other notes on here. Now here's one that if I was being very bougie, we could do this on Christmas Eve, Santa's Sleigh. So this is actually a very masculine scent, but it's also sort of nostalgic. Leather, balsam, and smoked vanilla. It's really, really nice. Oh, that is so good. Next one is just going to hit all the things. Like this smells like Christmas. This is like 6 themes on my list. Juniper, sage, cranberries, pine, cinnamon, clove, balsam, woods, and orange zest. Smells like Christmas. Yes, Beth, it absolutely does. It's all the things. Like I should have gotten 5 of this. I hope she offers this again next year because that is, when you get all the parts in a fragrance, that's where it then kind of becomes a Christmas Eve scent because it captures all the good things about the holidays. The next one is North Pole Cravings, and this one is bakery and all of the wonderful holiday drinks, so you're kind of going to the coffee shop and baking too. Eggnog, gingerbread, espresso, and Mrs. Claus's cookies. Oh yeah, this is so good. I want to melt this one. I don't know what day, but when we go to Frankenmuth, there is a coffee shop up there. This is the embodiment of that. It's just the best. And if you don't know what Frankenmuth is, it is literally a Christmas town here in Michigan that has the largest Christmas store in the world. I'm not kidding. And it is like a cute little Christmas fantasy holiday. And we have this place called Zender's that is a chicken dinner palace. And then there's the Bavarian Inn if you want it even themier. And it's the best time. We always take our girls. We're going to be going in a couple of weeks. And then the next one here, this is like the citrus and the fruits and the punch bowl and the evergreens. It's called Ribbon Candy. Fresh squeezed oranges, sweet strawberry, fun holiday mix of fruits, citrus, and bursting greenery. And there's another one in the Teddy Bees section that to me will go with this very well. This is really, really nice. So this will be a nice change up because it's very fruity and fresh. So then that's pretty much all the Lavender and Speckles that I pulled. Let's go to my second and Spruce. So first here I have a Christmas Eve nostalgic and simmer pot, because literally one of the notes is simmer pot type scent. This is Holly and Hearth. I got this over the summer, so I've already been working on it. Christmas simmer pot, oh Christmas tree, holly berry, fireplace, subtle extra hints of smoke. Like it hits all the things. It's so good. My husband loved this when I did it. I wasn't so sure about it when I first got it over the summer, but it's really, really good. And here is holiday baking to the max. Tipsy Gingerbread Man, which is house gingerbread cookies, eggnog iced sugar cookies. Haven't melted this yet, just unpacked it yesterday, but it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. This is fantastic. It's so warm and gingerbready and cozy. Another thing from Second and Spruce, which is actually my oldest wax, because my friend Chris sent me some things, is Christmas on Second, which I think is one of her most requested just Christmas scents. So this is applewood fir garland, candied orange, cranberry, and hints of holiday spices. So again, we have several themes working in this wax. And yeah, it's just quintessential Christmas, so I have to finish this up. Her wax is very strong and a small amount goes a long way, so I need to get that one done. Then here's a brand spanking new one that I just ordered more of from her. This is Holiday Market. So this hits the tree and the apple cider and a little bit of spice. Fraser fir, apple cider, and cinnamon and sugar. And you guys, I got so excited about this when I opened this yesterday. This is so good. I'll take it out and smell. I asked Erica if she had any left because I missed the RTS. And she said yes. So I'm going to be getting like a loaf size of this. It's beautiful. So this hits the apple, it hits the tree, and it hits the Christmas spices, and really is heavy on the nostalgia factor for me. Next one here is called Smoked Eggnog, and this is the other one that I lost my mind over. Creamy eggnog, mallow fireside, and smoked vanilla. Now this is just eggnog. This is so nice because eggnog for me is a very nostalgic scent. I love it, and that just 10 out of 10 gave me all the warm and fuzzies. Then here's Santa's Cinnamon Crunch Cookies, which is going to be like a cinnamon toast plus eggnog. So this, you could go to the coffee shop and get yourself an eggnog latte and drink a cinnamon toast cookie. Eat a cinnamon toast cookie at the same time. It's really good. Really, really nice. Next, I've got Autumn's Edge. So this celebrates the best of fall and the best of Christmas. but sometimes a little bit of that pumpkin spice is also still nostalgic all the way through Christmas. Oftentimes I will make pumpkin roll for my in-laws' Christmas party. This year I don't think I'm going to, but my mother-in-law always likes that. So dragging pumpkin spice into Christmas is okay with me. So this one is pumpkin cashmere cookies with vanilla balsam and vanilla, and this is a really nice smell. It's bakery cozy, and then you add that Christmas tree with the vanilla balsam and a little bit of outdoorsiness, and it's a 10 out of 10. So I'm really looking forward to that. Next here, I already had to dig into this. This is magic in the air. So this is Christmas baking and that frosty outdoorsy goodness. Sugar cookies, bread, holiday baking spices, oh Christmas tree, toasted mallow, and mallow fireside. It's so nice. This is a very light scent, but it's comforting. You get that little bit of bready goodness. And then here is an interesting scent. I've been holding on to this for a little bit. A friend mailed it to me. This is Strawberry Tree Cake Forest. Tree cakes, SPC, and house blend of tree oils. I don't know what this is gonna be like, but it's very festive in an odd sort of way. I get a lot of tree, and then the strawberry pound cake, I don't even know. So Christmas nostalgia in a weird way. That's what we got there. Next one's gonna be Whispering Whitewood. So this is that frosty, snowy, woodsy thing. Vanilla Woods, Palo Santo, smoked vanilla, mallow fireside, and cookie cutter. So as I was saying, I just read you Whispering Whitewood. So this one would be that snowy, relaxing, frosty thing. And it's a really, really beautiful bedroom scent. So as I was saying about, I think another scent a little earlier, sometimes you need that down day between the crazy of Christmas. This scent would definitely give you that, and it's that little bit of woodsy frostiness, and it's beautiful. So that was Whispering Whitewoods by Second and Spruce. Then sometimes you want that cozy hearthside kind of a thing. Changing of the Guards will definitely give me that. Into the Night, which is black tea, toasted fig, nutmeg, vanilla tonka bean, creamy pumpkin, and chai spices. And this one is like cozy, snuggly hearthside. Really, really pretty. And then the very last thing that I have from Second and Spruce is definitely sugar plum nostalgia for sure. And it's even called Sugar Plum Tea Party. So this is plum, dark cherries, sweet oranges, peppery woods, strawberry pound cake, pink sugar fairy dust, and Earl Grey tea with vanilla. It's so pretty, you guys. So absolutely beautiful. And this one, I think it'll be good and strong. And get it out. It's just really, really wonderfully nostalgic. This will go with the Christmas Eve, and it's just super nice. So sorry the dogs are barking. Next here, I am going to transition to my teddy bees, which is a lot of my melting basket goodness here. All of these things are just so cozy and happy and nostalgic, you know? Oh, so I've got a couple of forget-me-nots that I had from last Christmas season. Cranberry balsam hits the tree and the cranberry notes. Snow-covered cranberries, sweet vanilla, and cool balsam. And I wish that I'd gotten 2 of this. This is such a good scent, you guys. Oh yeah, it is really, really nice. The balance of the cranberry and the balsam, so it's fresh and it's kind of crisp, but the cranberry is still really pronounced. Then there's nothing more coffee shop really than this Christmas macchiato, which is going to be Christmas trees and cream from Tiffany with teddy bees, and then espresso and vanilla ice cream. This is the coziest Christmas trees and cream ever with that espresso, and it just makes me so happy. It really grounds it, and that is very coffee shop-esque. So then we're gonna go into my souffles. And I've got a bunch of souffles and a bunch of tubs and then a whole thing over here of my loaves. And of course the loaves, those are going to be some of the scents that I really, really wanted for the long haul. Sleigh Ride is one that I was just getting into this year with the last pre-order. This is Vanilla Snowflake, Vanilla Balsam, Candy Canes, and Crisp Vanilla Mint. And this nails that frosty woodsy thing. With a little bit of tree, it's sweet, it's so good. The next one is I Heart Vanilla Roasted Pine Cones. So this is very cozy. It's very light, so I only do this one in my bedroom. And this gives you the woodsy with the tree and the vanilla and the frostiness. Another one that I have here, this goes with like dark and cozy hearthside, a little bit of nostalgia. That's going to be Nocturne Noel. This is spiced pine resin, cedar wood, frankincense, myrrh, rich vanilla bean, and burning embers. And I really enjoyed this when I tried it out the other day. I've got a couple of souffles between the pre-order and the RTS that will be coming. And this is a really good, cozy night in around Christmas time. The next one that I have here, this is outdoorsy tree, and it goes with the idea of going and cutting down your Christmas tree. So this is Tree Farm, very much high on the Christmas tree checklist. Frost-covered Christmas trees standing in rows as far as the eye can see with the smell of tilled earth. So this really smells like you just cut down your tree. You're tromping through the woods, which I haven't done in years, but I did it a lot as kids with, my family. And this is so nostalgic. This nails Christmas tree. Next one is Christmas Past. Now this is one I would do on Christmas Eve. I haven't talked about this very much this year. This was poured 10/18 of 24, and I don't remember when she first introduced it. It might have been 2023. I have a couple of tubs of this. I had this souffle. This scent goes straight to my heart. This one is Holiday Cinnamon, Fallen Leaves, crisp apples, crushed pine needles, and hints of sweet balsam. It's, in a way, an antique scent for me. And a Christmas Eve scent. It is so good. We really haven't talked about this year because it wasn't in the last pre-order, but it's truly amazing. One of the best Christmas scents I've ever smelled in my life. I would put this right up there with a lot of my Scentsy favorites and some of these old school Yankee ones. So let's keep going through my tubs. Another one that is just outstanding is Old School Christmas. Even the name, it makes you think back a couple generations. And this hits the apples and the pine, and especially the apple. Fresh pine, red apples, warm cinnamon, sugar crystals, and marshmallow cream. What I get the most is a super sweet apple with a little bit of pine tree, and the marshmallow and the vanilla just, it rounds it out. And the cinnamon is so light and sweet and sparkly. This is an amazing scent. I had a little bit of a tub left that I melted this last week, and I wanted it to go for forever. I didn't want to take it out. This is amazing. So I have a full tub that's here. I have another tub coming from the current RTS, and I've got the souffle. So I'll probably melt the souffle this year and hold on to my tubs, but we'll see. Lovely scent. That just checks all of the boxes. Next one is a very good scent that deals with the fireplace. It deals with the greenery, the cranberries, the tree, and it's called Holiday. And I have this in larger sizes too, but I will more than likely just get through a souffle because there's so much that I want to experience in the next 3 weeks. The scent of wreaths, hanging, cookies baking, winter garland, and warm fireplace. This nails all the Christmas feels. Oh, it is so good, you guys. This is so good. And this is a favorite in the vendor wax community, and I know why. Now, to get a little bit off the beaten path, I would probably melt this on the same day as ribbon candy. This is Christmas Party. So this is sweater weather with cranberries, orange, tangerine, and a hint of spice. So this gives you the outdoorsy woodsiness of sweater weather and then all that Christmas fruit. And it's really happy. I'm going to enjoy this. A lot of people are not loving it, but I think it's very festive and cute. And, you know, I don't need a loaf, but I'm going to enjoy this very much. All right. The next one that I've got here is going to be, oh, I got 2 of that in here. I think we're going to go to the tubs next. Now, this really doesn't hit any of the things that I have going on my checklist. I just wanted it in here as a de-stressor, and that's the vanillas. And this is just a really lovely perfumey vanilla that will relax me. It's so good. So I'll put this in my bedroom someday when I need it. Sensual vanilla, vanilla custard, ambrette, sandalwood, sugar crystals, sensual musk, hints of elegant florals, praline, and pink pepper. So a little bit of praline maybe. That would be good to call that Christmas baking. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to I Heart Vanilla Peppermint. So this is really, really cozy and relaxing peppermint. I would put this in my bedroom, and yet it's still festive. So I am a hard sell on peppermint, but Teddy B's peppermint I like because it's never too harsh. I really enjoy it. Here's another Christmas Eve scent. So good. Storybook Christmas. Oh my gosh. The smell of Christmas firs by the fireplace, cinnamon pine cones, crushed vanilla beans, and smoldering cedar wood. This was around last year, and it was the first time she offered it. I hope she brings it back down the road. but we haven't seen any of it this year unless there was a tub or two in the RTS and I didn't need it because I've got like 3 tubs of this. So this is still softer than Christmas Past, even though it's cured for a year, but it's so nice, you guys. Storybook Christmas. I mean, what else do you have to say? And it checks so many boxes. We've got the fir tree, we've got the fireplace, the cinnamon pine cones, the cedar wood. It is the soul of Christmas. Like you want to sit down and read with your children by the fire. So nice. Next one here is very much woodsy and foresty. This is Christmas Forest. This was just in the RTS for a hot minute last year. Fraser fir, roasted pine cones, fresh pine knot, crushed pine needles, morning dew, and sweet spruce. This is a walk in the woods. It's very similar now that it's sat for a year to very snowy spruce, and I think it's going to be nice. So I need to cut into this and see. Here's one that is all the nostalgia. And if you don't want to go way, way back, and you just want your retro or your old-fashioned Christmas to be the 90s, Vanilla Balsam and the Perfect Holiday, I have another tub coming. This nails that level of nostalgia. Oh, you guys. The Vanilla Balsam in here mixed with the other scent, it just makes a 90s Christmas. It's spot on. Fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallows layered with balsam fir, frosted vanilla, and snow-capped pine needles. So in some ways, that has a similar nostalgia factor to Old School Christmas, but Old School Christmas reminds me of the 50s, whereas that one reminds me of the 90s. It's just so good. Okay, Christmas cookies. So this is all the cookies baking, and this is a really good scent. So this is an assortment of baked cookies with the powdered sugar, some buttercream, pine, and warm baking spices. So again, it checks several of those theme boxes, and it's a very nice, cozy scent. Excuse me. This one, I just got in the pre-order, and I wasn't sure when I opened it if I would really love it, but for an evening where you want something super complex that is still festive in the sense of it's just deep and layered, if you were going to have an evening in where maybe you were going to watch Scrooge. This is Obsidian. And I liked it in my review just of the pre-order scents on Cold Sniff. But after it sat for a few days, I'm thinking this is very like Ghost of Christmas Past. It's very serious. Dark plums, baked figs, spiced black tea, cinnamon, warm embers, chestnuts, clove, balsam, and vanilla cashmere. So maybe Marley's Ghost a little bit too. A very interesting scent and very good. Okay, what else do I have that I really want to talk about? I think all of my loaves. So Teddy B's just does Christmas like nobody else. I put some of these, even though I've only been melting her for 3 years, right up there with things I've known about for 10 or 15 years, as far as these are just so good. So one that's more snowy and cranberry is going to be I Heart Vanilla Frosted Cranberry. This is one I would put in small to medium spaces. But it's got that beautiful juicy cranberry, and it's done with the fluffy, sweet I Heart Vanilla. Creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallows and magnolias, and then cranberries, blonde woods, and a little bit of apples and frost. Very, very pretty. I enjoy this a lot. Actually, I need to stick this in my bedroom someday soon. Here's one that's brand spanking new. I have had a sample from a friend. My whole loaf of cookies for Santa, which is a fantastic bakery scent. Any time of the year, but you could certainly do this at Christmas. A blend of frosted sugar cookies and milk and cookies. I mean, how much more jolly old Saint Nick can you get than that? And it's so good, you guys. There is just something so comforting here. I think it's the milk and cookies that just puts that over the edge. Now, the most authentic tree scent in all of this, because we're not including all my Scentsy, Pacific Northwest winter, you guys. This is a hike in the Christmas woods. Fresh snow, pine sap, fresh mistletoe, vanilla balsam, the slight hint of cranberries, and burning fireplaces off in the distance. This is one of Teddy B's best scents of all time. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And it has, does this have mistletoe in it? It doesn't, yeah, it does. It says mistletoe. Now, I love anything that has that mistletoe type scent. That's a Yankee scent. I don't have any of at the moment. From my wonderful Scentsy collection, the Sweet Orange and Evergreen kind of goes that direction, but it's more evergreen boughs. This really gives me that nostalgic feel that I grew up with the Yankee mistletoe, and yet there's more tree. It's so good. This is a brand new one. This is very colonial Christmas. It is very simmer pot Christmas. It's called Cozy Christmas. And this is spiced mandarin, warm apple cider, cinnamon, clove buds, sweet pine cones, evergreens, and spiced vanilla. And it's very complex. Not quite as strong as one of the other new ones I'll show you again here. But this one, oh, you get the mandarin and the pine cones, and this just makes me want to go and not so much bake sugar cookies, but go craft something. That's what that one does for me. Here's one where you went out to go shopping with your best friend, and maybe you've already had your Christmas coffee, and you know what? I feel like I missed a souffle that was important. Somewhere in here, I should have had First We Do the Coffee. I wonder if it got misplaced, because I had wanted to share the First We Do the Coffee souffle with you guys. That's such a good Teddy B's bakery. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'll do that next. So I missed that one. But Little Shop on the Corner is fresh cut spruce, black tea leaves, toasted fig, sweet pine cones, spiced winter fruits, vanilla, warm cedar, hints of nutmeg, tonka, bean. This one I need more of. I have a souffle and I've got this. My best friend and I, most years, we will go out for a nice Christmas lunch, and then we'll do the little shops afterwards that are in our downtown area. This, totally. Coffee with a friend, except she hates coffee, so we do tea. But back to coffee with a friend. First we do the coffee. I love this. I've got a lot of it. Gingerbread spice, glazed oatmeal cookies, French vanilla cappuccino, and cool creamy eggnog. This is such a good coffee house scent. It's warm, the oatmeal, the gingerbread, you guys. This is my favorite of the coffee-ish things that Tiffany's ever done, for sure. And then another thing that's sort of in that baked goods, but all sorts of combinations of scents coming at you, is Christmas is coming. Warm gingerbread cookies, cinnamon sugar, pastries, fluffy waffles covered in powdered sugar, and then hints of cedar and Fraser fir. Now, over time as this has cured, it's gotten a little sharp, but I just cannot give up this loaf, because it's still an amazing smell. But I only do small amounts of it. I need to cut into this and do some melting. But the gingerbread cookies and the pastries, when this was fresh, I absolutely lost my mind over this scent. But everybody tells you to cure things. That is one case where I think I liked it a little better, softer. Now this one totally takes the cake. I have several different things melting today that are peppermint, pine, and bakery. But in the kitchen only, I did Simply Christmas. This is one of the top 10, maybe top 5 things of all the wax I've shown you today. The smell of Christmas firs, slightest hint of candy canes, and it is just simplicity, but perfection. It's so Christmassy. It's so good. Like, the fir and the candy cane are such a perfect balance for each other. Phenomenal. Another one here, which is really fall and Christmas, but it's such a good scent that even though I would probably, I mean, it's got this cranberry-ish note, even though what's in here, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm rambling. Dracaris, very nice. It really straddles fall and winter. Warm cinnamon bark, fireside vanilla, vanilla balsam, cedarwood smoke, and hints of blackberry musk. I don't get blackberry, I get cranberry, and it is so stinking good. So this isn't necessarily festive as much as it's just really cozy, woodsy, but I would even melt that one on Christmas Eve. It still gives you the feels. Vintage. Now here is an old-fashioned scent. Cypress and fir needles, plum, fig leaves, cinnamon, cedar, and hints of smoldering woods. I talk about this one a lot. I have several loaves. This is one I stocked up on with a big commitment. It's amazing. There's just something here that is the most like opening your old box of Christmas ornaments with the dried little bits of evergreen and the old ribbons and oh, it's so good. It's old. It's just old. So speaking of old, here's Old World Apothecary. And this one is not so much Christmassy as it's just kind of dark, like obsidian, but it still makes you think Victorian. Dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mulled citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, and hints of warm spice and vanilla. It's really nice. And this came back for the last pre-order cycle. So we got to get Little Shop on the Corner voted back next year. But this is really nice. It's sort of calming and dark and antique all at the same time. I've got 4 left. Oak cider and woods. This is again like Dracaris, kind of a fall and winter thing, but this one's so cozy. warm mulled cider, cedar, oak, vanilla, toasted marshmallow, pine cones, and smoked woods. To me, this one reminds me of after you went to chop down the tree and then you're in the little log cabin paying for the tree, like Dad's paying for the tree and he's got the little saw. And I have one little brother. I don't have any other siblings. And, you know, we're getting the hot apple cider in the little cabin, and that's oak cider and woods to me. It's really, really nice. So that is very good. And then the last three, I have Fall into Christmas, which is all the baking plus all the festive socializing with everybody. It's so good. This is vanilla pumpkin, buttered rum eggnog, and butter cookies. And I also have a souffle or two of that. It's a really good scent. And then one which is very much Christmas tree, but also relaxing, is cashmere pines. I haven't melted this yet. Cashmere cedar, cashmere cream, vanilla balsam, and hints of Fraser fir. It's very, very good. I just did a lot of these, I know, in that pre-order haul, but I want to melt them. So, and then last but not least, this is the newest, but I'm sure going to be one of my most nostalgic scents that I've got. And that's going to be This Is Christmas. I had to end it with this because this is a home run. If you watch my channel, you know I love Cozy Fireside. And I love old school Christmas. And I just love all the things that are spicy and nostalgic. Holly Berry from Yankee is another one I don't have. But Cozy Fireside is a dead ringer for that. It's an old wax that I don't even know if they do at Yankee anymore. Sometimes I see it at the outlet up in Frankenmuth. But This Is Christmas smushes all those scents together and brings it a little bit forward in time. The Teddy Bees just released this, and it's so good. Pine needles, spruce, balsam, apple cinnamon, Cozy Fireside, warm tonka, and melted marshmallows. You guys, I tried this, and when I cut into it, I was just blown away. Because it's nice just on the top of the tin, but there are some scents that when you get into the wax, see, I whacked off a chunk, you get more. And that's what this was for me. You got the depth, you got the cider, you got more of the spice. And this is one where I don't know if I'll melt it on Christmas Eve, but of everything here, Christmas Eve by Yankee, Old School Christmas by Teddy Bees, the Perfect Christmas and Vanilla Balsam by Teddy Bees, and this one, those would be the most, I would melt them on Christmas Eve of all this stuff because it just goes straight to the heart. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my very long 12 themes of Christmas melting basket. And if I only had to pick one, I'd probably go for the Christmas Eve scents and or the sugar plums and old world scents and or the cider and apple scents and or the tree scents or the spice scents. Like, I like them all. But I realized I didn't really put any heavy duty marshmallow in here. If you're familiar with Teddy Bees, I could have thrown in some Carter. I could have thrown in some, even for a really icy frosty one, I think I have Snow Queen downstairs. But some of that I was saving for January. And I just love all of the things that I've got. It's so good. And then back to, you know, the Quinn classic anthem is definitely your balsam and cedar. So I hope that you guys have had a good time with my themes of Christmas, all 12 of them, discussed at length. And I think I'm ready to get off. So have a great day, guys. God bless. Enjoy your vendor wax and your Yankee and your whatever else you melt. Bye-bye.